Hey everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy. In today's video, I'm going to show you a big Ulta haul that I did. I've got the giant bag of stuff right here to show you everything that I bought. It was epic. I have never spent this much in one sitting, I don't think, at a makeup store. I'm actually on vacation this week and last week, but I did pre-film a few videos to put up, but I didn't have one for Friday. We're the next day away at the beach, and we were looking at 2 days of rain. So since it was going to be raining and my cat was home alone, I decided to come home and visit my cat and give her some love. And also I noticed that my car inspection had expired on the last day of July, and here we are August 7th and I'm driving around like with an expired inspection. So I had to get my car inspected. So I was like, oh, let me just zip home. I'll see the cat, you know, I'll get my car inspected. I'll film a quick video for Friday. And then I was looking at everything and I was like, well, what am I going to do a video on? And so I said, well, people want to see the Foundation Friday on that new Bare Minerals Bare Pro. So let me go grab that. Maybe I'll do like a one-day Foundation Friday on it. And when I was in Ulta, I ended up buying 3 foundations, 3 eyeshadow palettes, a couple of primers. Anyway, the list goes on and on. I did get a few things from the drugstore side of the house. Most of this is from more the high-end side. But tops on my list for this shopping trip was the foundation that I was going to review for you guys, the new Bare Minerals Bare Pro, and I've gotten a ton of requests for this. I picked this one up in 2 different colors. I've got it in number 14 Silk and number 15 Sandalwood. So this one is 14 Silk, this one is 15 Sandalwood. I think probably Silk is going to be the better color for me. Sandalwood does look a little bit yellowy, but I'm not wearing it today. I decided to do a full Foundation Friday on it. I haven't actually tried it yet because, like I said, I bought 2 other foundations. Clinique came out with a new one. It's called Clinique Fit, and it's like a line of workout makeup that they're coming out with. And of course, what grabbed me is it said be matte on the mat, and you guys know I love to work out and my skin is always shiny, and so I wanted to be matte. So I put it on and then I did my workout, and sadly it didn't even last through my workout. When I was finished, it was mainly worn off. I mean, you know, I actually do sweat during my workout, and then of course there's dog kisses that we have to contend with, but I was expecting this to last a lot longer. But I really liked how it looked on my face, although I gotta say it was not matte. It was still shiny on me. Like, I just have shiny face. I don't know what this is. I have some affliction. It's called shiny face. I don't know if it's from Retin-A that I'm so super exfoliated all the time, or if it's my serums or what, but well, it didn't mattify me. It didn't last through a workout. And then I read the ingredients. 3rd ingredient is alcohol. Not the good kind, not the fatty kind, but the drying kind. So I'm like, oh gosh, epic fail. So this I know already is going back to Ulta, so I'm just gonna put that back in the bag. And then the 3rd foundation that I picked up is the one that I am wearing, and this is from Tarte. This is a new one that came out in May, I think, and it is their Clay Stick Foundation. I've not yet met a stick foundation that I actually like, because they all have like wax in them and they tend to look waxy on the skin. So this doesn't contain any wax, so I was really hopeful for it. I was shocked. I got a nice color match on the first try right out of the shoe, which you guys know from Foundation Friday never happens for me. So really nice color selection. It feels great on the skin. It's really dry and smooth feeling. It's not tacky or gross. This is a powder to liquid. So apparently there are powdered pigments in here, and when they hit your skin, they burst open and, you know, kind of melt with the heat of your skin. So I really like the whole idea of this. I really liked how it went on. Something that I did pick up from the drugstore side was the new L'Oreal Blend Artist Blending Sponge. I really like this sponge. It's really quite big, isn't it? Much bigger when wet than like the Beauty Blender. The makeup went on really nicely with this. I love how it feels. It feels very much like the original Beauty Blender, but it's like $7.99 instead of like 20 bucks, right? So big savings on that. So far I like it. My only thing about it is that it does hold a lot of water, so you really have to like double wring it out. I like it better than like the Real Technique sponge, and I like it better than the sponges that I've gotten in the past at like Marshall's. So that's a good one. That was a winner already. Love that. But back to this. When I put this on, I really liked it. I liked how it blended, especially with the sponge. It looks great on. I like the finish. It's not too shiny. It's not too like luminous. It did give me the polka dot pores though, and I think I have a close-up of that. Hopefully it's in focus. You guys know, like when I first tested foundation, I always do it alone just to see, you know, how it does on its own with like no primer, no setting powder, no setting spray. Today I have on everything because I bought one of everything. So I put on the primer, put on the setting spray, I put on the powder that I bought. So, you know, I got a lot of stuff going on here, so I can't really tell if, you know, how this really is. But let's just take a look at it up close for a sec. It's not settling into any wrinkles. It certainly has a nice skin-like finish. It doesn't look like makeup or cakey. My only problem was the polka dot pores. I love how it feels. It feels so dry and nice. And I really like how it looks, and I like the color match that I got out of it. Let me know how interested you guys are in this clay stick foundation, whether I should do a full foundation Friday on it or if you're just not really that interested in it. I did use a primer under it. This is another thing that I picked up. This was the Becca Velvet Blurring Primer Perfecting Base Apricot Haze. But reading the instructions on it, I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't, because of course I already had all my serums and my skincare on, and then I had on my sunscreen. And this says to put it just on naked skin, or if you are going to use a moisturizer, to let your moisturizer sink in. So I did let everything sink in for like an hour before I put this on. So I do have this primer underneath here. Something else that I bought was the Too Faced Hangover RX 3-in-1. It's a primer, a setting spray, and a refresher. Put this on, and then I did hit it with the setting spray. So I think the setting spray ended up giving it a little more luminosity than it would normally have. This is one of the few setting sprays that isn't like 99% rubbing alcohol or SD alcohol, the drying alcohol. Most older people have dry skin, and so they want something moisturizing to set their makeup or to prime with. So it has like aloe juice. It has, hydrogenated starch, which is awesome. That's probably what gives it the dry feel. It has willow bark, seawater, and coconut water. Yogurt powder, that's an interesting one. Huh. And it's huge. It's like 4 ounces of product in there. So that is big and nice. I impulse purchased this Becca Soft Light Blurring Powder Golden Hour. So it's not going to be a totally translucent powder because it does have some color to it, and it is supposed to have a little bit of light reflecting so that it has down here like a diffused glow. And can I just say about the packaging though, Becca always has lovely packaging, you know, kind of to justify the price point, but that's just a little bit too much packaging for me. A little wasteful, I think. So I think like this might be going back. Like it was okay, but I don't really feel like it did anything magical for my skin. It didn't magically blur anything. I think if you have the Velvetizer, or if you have the It Bye Bye Pores, or if you have the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette and you love that, I don't really think there's any huge reason to get this. Let's look at the eyeshadow palettes, because these I was really super psyched about. The one I used today is the one that I was most psyched about. It's from Laura Geller. It's the Iconic New York Collection Downtown Cool palette. These were just the most gorgeous colors, I thought. It's a nice mix of mattes and shimmers. It looks like there's 7 mattes and about 5 shimmers. I mean, they swatch so beautifully. They go on so beautifully. The color payout is so gorgeous. If you're into a purple look, a navy look, a gold look, a gray look, so versatile, you can get them all out of this. So really, really happy with this, happy with the color payout, happy with the blending. I think that they probably would have blended a little bit better, but I did try something else that I picked up, which is an eyeshadow and an eye primer at the same time, and that is this Nude Sticks thing in the color Putty. It's just a chubby pencil. It blended really nicely on the eyelid. I like the color it went on. This is really more for, as I read the literature, for super oily lids, and so on me I feel like it just looks a little drying. I feel like you can't see it from there because of how nice these eyeshadows are, but if I look at it up close, I feel like my eyelid just doesn't look as smooth. It looks a little bit more wrinkly than normal. Way too much packaging again. Look at this. It comes, each one comes in its own metal tin. I didn't realize there's a mirror inside. Well, that's handy. I mean, I suppose you could take out this King's scroll of parchment that they give you. You do get a sharpener with each one. I just think, you know, if you're going to buy 2 or 3 of them, you don't need the tin and the sharpener and the pencil with each one. They have shimmers and they have mattes. I, of course, bought 2 mattes, but now I have, you know, 2 tins. So the other 2 eyeshadow palettes that I bought, one is from Buxom and the other one is from Tarte. Let's take a look at the Buxom one first. I look at the Buxom eyeshadow palettes every time I go into Ulta. I look at the singles because you can make your own palette if you want. And I always wonder, like, I wonder if the Buxom eyeshadows are any good. I never see anyone talking about them or reviewing them, which probably means that they aren't. So the one that I got is called Dolly's Wild Side, because again, it is cooler tones and has a crazy metallic purple. This one has 2 mattes and 4 shimmers. I don't know, maybe there's not enough mattes in here. Pretty good color payout. I did feel like the matte shades are a little on the dry side. I feel like probably the shimmers are going to be the more successful shades in use on these, but let me know what you think about the Buxom eyeshadow palettes, if Buxom eyeshadows interest you, if they don't interest you. As I was leaving and I thought I had enough eyeshadow, I noticed that they had 3 new limited edition Tarte palettes, and so I picked up this one. This one is on the warmer side, but it was the cooler one of the 3 that were there, and this one is the little Make Magic Happen palette. Super cute packaging. And this is a mixture of, again, shimmers and mattes, warms and cools. These colors are a lot paler, a lot softer, so I really like these for getting like that really soft everyday look. I thought this one would be great for travel. It has a lot of the shades and tones that I use most often. So I was like, oh, that is a really cute little palette, and you could do a beautiful gold look. You could do a nice purpley taupe look. So I felt like it was really, you know, for a very small compact palette, it was really diverse. And I like kind of the look of the shadows because they have like that texture on the top. I don't know, I think there's some like trend now for textured eyeshadows. I don't know if it makes any difference with how they apply. What else did I get? Oh, I am wearing 2 different mascaras. Did you guys notice? Could you tell the difference between my lashes? So one is from the drugstore side. This is CoverGirl Total Tease. It's new. It is a full, long, and refined lash mascara. It has this really cool brush. It's like a little rubber comb with like a teaser, they call it, on the end, and I use that on this eye over here, and boy, am I happy with this. It doesn't say it's a curling mascara, but I feel like my eyelashes are like bam, way up in the air. And it says it's going to be easily removed with just soap and water. The little end bobble wand thing really helped to get at each lash at the inner corner and outer corner, and even to do the lower lashes, which was great. So I really like that. Kind of cute packaging. You're not going to lose it, that's for sure. I impulse purchased this at the register. Why I need another mascara, but you know, I love Lancome mascara in general, so when I saw they had a new one, it's called Monsieur Big, which, you know, is French for Mr. Big, and I use that one on this eye. This says it's going to give you 12 times more volume. I did get nice big bold lashes out of it. This one I think gives me more volume, and this one I think definitely did nice length. The one thing I really love about Lancome mascaras is that they do wear really, really well throughout the day. They don't flake, they don't smudge. Sometimes CoverGirl is also really good that way, but sometimes they will flake and smudge, and we'll see how hard it is to remove later on. Although I'll be back on vacation later on, so I won't be checking in on the makeup later in the day to let you know how it is, because I got to drive back down to be with my family. And then what else did I get? I got 3 lip things. The one that I'm wearing today is from Maybelline. It's their Superstay Matte Ink. You know why I picked up another liquid lipstick? I don't know. I saw this one. I love the packaging mainly. I thought it was cute. So I thought I'd give it a try today, see how long it would last. I've had it on for, like I said, a couple hours now. I've been talking and drinking a glass of water, and it doesn't seem to be going anywhere, but it doesn't seem to be drying back 100% either. So it's not like a totally dry feel. It's like a little sticky still. So I'm not sure if it's going to come off when I eat lunch or whatever. I might check in on it after lunch and let you know, but this is a color called Dreamer. I thought it was pretty. I didn't intend on using this in the video. I actually intended on using the other lip thing that I bought, which was from Lorac. This is called Alter Ego Hydrating Lip Stain, and I thought this was a really cool idea for like a lipstick for especially older people who like regular lipstick, not liquid. I was going to wear this today, but then I realized that the color didn't go with the eyeshadow look I did, so I couldn't use this today because this is kind of a bricky orangey color that I picked up. It's just a really pretty color, and where I have a lot of blue in my lips, I thought it might come off a little slightly pinky. I don't really go for bricky colors, but it is pretty. So I'll have to use this with a warmer eyeshadow look, but I like the idea that it was a moisturizing lip stain and that might stay on for a long time and moisturize. This one that I got is called Breadwinner. Hey, nice. And then the other thing that I keep looking at every time I'm over by the Buxom eyeshadow, I look at this Plump and Define pencil, which I I think is really interesting that they have a lip liner that is going to plump your lips. So I picked this up in this color Stealth. This is a really chubby pencil on one side. It's a very nice nude color, this one right here. But then on the other end, it has a brush so that you could, like, you know, line the outsides and then feather it down with the brush. At least I think that's the idea of how you would use it. I mean, it works. It certainly is nice and creamy, and it just feathered right down like that. So always looking for a good lip liner in a nice nude color. So that got that too. I feel like I have Elvira hair today, like it's all octopus tentacles. So should I just put it up? Can I just clip it in the back and get it out of the way? But yeah, I did want to show you the top of my head though, because I did buy something for my hair. And that was this EverPro Gray Away. I'm always interested in trying new things to work on my gray hair. And I love the sprays, the L'Oreal one and the Rita Hazan are my favorite. But they do make my hair feel kind of dirty, and they make it really matte and dull looking. And this one says right on the front that it leaves hair soft, shiny, and natural to the touch. This is a powder. This opens up and there is a little sponge in the bottom. And then here in the top, you just pull this little ribbon and there's the powder. I got it in light brown. And so you just rub the sponge into the powder, rub it into your roots, and it covers pretty well. But I gotta say, it doesn't cover completely like the spray does. It takes a lot longer to get it on there. It takes a lot more work to get it on. I can't say that I find the results to be that much different. I mean, it's not giving me the shine that I had hoped for. It feels the same as when I use the spray, except the difference is when the spray is on there and set, it is not going anywhere. Even through a shampoo, it lasts. So if you're going away for the weekend, you can spray your roots at home and then go and even wash your hair once while you're away, and no one will know about your gray hair. With this stuff, it washes out every single time, and every time you touch it, the powder is coming off on your hands like that. And I found that as I tousled my hair around, like while I was putting on makeup, the powder came out of my hair and landed on my forehead later on, which if you're out in public and you're like, you know, tousle your hair a lot, you might not notice that it has started raining powder down on your forehead. So I think for me, this one is a little bit of a miss. I know some people prefer the powders to the sprays. I don't love the ingredients in the sprays, but I find them to be just easier, quicker, more effective, last longer. One of the last few things I bought. Oh, this one was hysterical. This I impulse purchased at the, you know, in the queue to the register. This is the Ulta Beauty Lip Treatment 5-piece lip kit. They give you 3 of these kooky lip masks in here. I mean, that's the mask, right? Rather large. It has mannan, which I don't even know what that is, glycerin, which is moisturizing, squalane, hyaluronic acid, and vitamin E. When you're doing a face mask, it'd be kind of nice to do a lip mask, so I put one of these on. Oh my God, you guys, these are a riot. It looks ridiculous. It's, I don't know who has lips this big. If you do, more power to you, man. I certainly don't. It didn't sit on my face. You know, you'd have to lay down to do it for the 10 minutes. You know, it was nice and fairly moisturizing, but that was about it. This whole kit was, in essence, a waste of money. I did try the lip scrub, which is a sugar scrub. I didn't feel anything scrubby in it at all. It just feels like a stick of wax that didn't do anything. And then the balm, which was supposed to be, I thought, like a color changing balm. It's cute because it has a little flower embedded in it, you know, kind of like the mosquito in Amber from Jurassic Park. All right, so that is everything that I tried. I hope that you enjoyed my little haul. I know, like, it was a lot of money that I spent, but you know what? I gotta say, I love Ulta because of their perks and points program. So because it was my birthday month, I got some extra points, and I already had 1,500 points banked up, which at Ulta, your points turn into cash that you can use at the cash register. And so I took $70 off my purchase by cashing in all my points. And buying all this stuff, I ended up with a whole mess of more points. So take care, everybody, and have a great weekend, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.